Can your motorcycle fog lights actually help you see better? Or are they just making your bike look cool? In this video, we tested the 5 best motorcycle fog lights you can buy in 2026. From a $30 Amazon special to a $400 premium setup, in real fog, real rain, and real darkness. And the winner surprised us. Let's get into it. Here's the problem. Most stock motorcycle headlights are designed to pass regulations, not to help you see. They throw a narrow tunnel of light straight ahead, and the second you lean into a corner, roll into fog, or hit heavy rain, you're basically riding blind. A good set of auxiliary fog lights fixes 3 things at once. 1. Better road visibility. A wide, low fog beam fills in the dark zones your headlight misses, the road edges, the potholes, the debris. 2. Being seen. Fog lights make your bike a bigger, more visible object to other drivers, and in poor weather, that can genuinely save your life. And 3. Safer riding in rain, fog, and darkness, because a proper fog beam cuts under the fog instead of bouncing back into your eyes. Before the pics, here's what actually matters, because the spec sheet doesn't tell the whole story. Brightness, but with a catch. Everyone quotes lumens, and budget brands love claiming 18,000 of them. Here's the truth. A well-engineered 5,000 lumen light with good optics beats a so-called 30,000 lumen light with cheap optics every single time. Beam pattern. This is the big one. A spot beam throws light far down the road, which is great for highways. A flood or fog beam spreads wide and low, and that's what you want in fog and rain. A few lights even give you a proper cutoff line, like a car headlight, so you don't blind oncoming traffic. For pure fog use, wide and low wins. And LED quality matters too. Name brand chips like Cree and Osram run brighter, whiter, and last longer than no-name chips. Waterproofing. Look for IP67 as a minimum, because that rating means the light survives full submersion. IP68 or IP69K is even better if you're running a pressure washer or riding serious adventure trails. Build quality and heat go together. You want a die-cast aluminum housing with real cooling fins, because LEDs that run hot lose output and die young. Every light on this list claims a 50,000-hour lifespan. But good heat management is what makes that real. Power draw. Anything above about 60 watts per pair, and you need to think about your bike's charging system, especially on smaller machines. And finally, installation and warranty. A complete wiring harness with a relay and fuse saves you an hour of frustration, and a real warranty from a real brand is worth money. Now, the picks. Number 5. For riders on a tight budget, the Nightlight LED pods, around $30 for the pair. And no, that is not a typo. These are some of the best-selling motorcycle light pods on Amazon, with thousands of reviews and a 4.5-star average. Output is modest, about 1,200 lumens per pod, but for city riding and a bit of extra fill light, it's genuinely decent. The compact spot beam reaches further than you'd expect at this price. Installation is dead simple. Universal bracket, 2 wires, done. There's even a version with switchable white and amber. The pros: the price is unbeatable. The brightness is honest for the money. And they're IP68, rated with a 5-year warranty. The cons: hard vibration will test the budget hardware. The beam has no cutoff, so you must aim them carefully. And the lumen claims on the box are optimistic. If you ride in the city and you just want more light for less money, this is where you start. Number 4. The best pick for daily commuters. The Keywig 60-watt auxiliary light kit. This is the light that took over the community over the last couple of years, and for good reason. You get switchable white and amber light in a single unit. White for clear nights, amber for fog and rain, where it cuts through dramatically better, plus strobe modes for emergencies. It's IP68 waterproof. The housing is one-piece CNC aluminum with a honeycomb heatsink, and the kit includes everything: brackets with sleeves for different handlebar and crash bar sizes, a full wiring harness, and a handlebar switch. In our rain test, the amber mode was the standout of the entire mid-price class. Yes, the claimed lumens are exaggerated, like most budget brands, but real-world output is strong for the money. The cons: there's no beam cutoff, so keep it aimed low in traffic, and quality control is good, but not premium grade. For a commuter riding in all-weather who wants white, amber, and waterproofing without spending premium money, this is your light. Number 3. The best value in 2026. The Future Eyes F20P. This is the light that changed what we expect under $300, and it comes down to one feature: a true cutoff line. That is a proper headlight-style cutoff. The beam stays below the eye level of oncoming drivers. Everything else we've shown so far scatters light in every direction. This one puts the light exactly where you want it, on the road. You get a low beam and a high beam in the same unit, so it works as a fog light and a driving light with an anti-glare design, an integrated running light strip, and IP67 weather sealing. On the road, the spread is wide, the top edge is clean, and in fog, it outperformed everything else in this price range. The downsides: it's bulkier than the budget pods, the wiring has a small learning curve, since you may need the horn or high beam trigger connection, and long-term brand support is a step below the premium names. But for a touring or commuting rider who wants near-premium optics on a mid-range budget, this is the smartest money on our list. Number 2. The premium choice and the toughest light here, the Baja Designs Squadron Pro. Baja Designs has won races in places where a broken light ends your race, and it shows. Nearly 5,000 lumens per pod from premium LEDs, with optics that are honestly in another league. The light goes exactly where the pattern says it will, with none of the stray scatter you get from cheaper lights. It's rated IP69K, the highest rating on this list, which means it shrugs off pressure washers, river crossings, and monsoon rain. And here's our favorite feature: it's serviceable. You can unscrew the lens, swap a spot pattern for a wide cornering pattern yourself, or replace a damaged lens instead of replacing the whole light. With the wide lens fitted, this is a phenomenal fog and dust light, and the amber lens option makes it even better. The cons: around $400 a pair, and the beam patterns are off-road focused, so street riders must aim carefully and ride politely. If you're an adventure rider who crashes, drowns, and generally abuses your gear, buy the Squadron Pro. It's the last set of fog lights you'll ever need. And number 1, our 2026 Editor's Choice, the Denali D4 Trioptic. This is the light that does everything well. 4 high-intensity LEDs per pod, in a hybrid optic, a spot core for distance with flood fill around the edges, so you get driving light throw and fog light width from one unit. In our side-by-side night test, it lit up more usable road than anything else. But the reason it wins isn't just output, it's intelligence. Denali's data dim technology runs the light at half intensity with your low beam and jumps to full with your high beam, so you're never the rider blinding oncoming traffic with full power pods. Modular lenses snap on to change the beam pattern or to go amber for fog. The kit quality is the best in the business. A complete plug-and-play harness with a relay, switch, and clean connectors made it the easiest premium install we did. The cons: it's around $350 to $400, and the housings are chunky, so check clearances on smaller bikes. Brightest usable output, smartest electronics, best harness, toughest build. That's why the Denali D4 is our number 1 fog light for 2026. Now, the test that actually matters. Same road, same bike, same camera settings. No exposure cheating. First, the stock headlight. Low beam only. This is what most of you are riding with right now. High beam. Better throw, but look at the road edges. Still dark. Now the budget nightlight pods. Respectable, but narrow. The Keywig, in white mode, and now amber. Watch how much less glare bounces back at the camera in the fog patch with amber. Future Eyes. Look at that cutoff. The light just stops where it should. Baja Squadron Pro with the wide cornering lens. The entire road edge just turns into daylight. And the Denali D4, half intensity, now full, now all four, side by side. Freeze it. Look at the left road edge in each frame. That is the difference between seeing the dog and hitting it. 5 quick install tips. 1. Mounting. Low and wide is the rule. On engine guards or fork mounts, high-mounted lights reflect fog straight back at you. 2. Always use a relay with a fused connection direct to the battery. 3. Fuse close to the battery. A $10 fuse protects a $1,000 motorcycle. 4. Switch placement. Somewhere you can hit with a gloved thumb without looking down. 5. Aim them right. Park 25 feet from a wall and aim slightly down and slightly out with the top of the beam below the horizon. If oncoming drivers flash you, they're too high. And check your local auxiliary light laws before your first ride. So, which one should you buy? Budget Rider, the Nightlight Pods. Daily Commuter, the Kiwig Kit. Most performance per dollar, the Future Eyes F20P. Adventure Rider, the Baja Squadron Pro. And if you want the best, period, the Denali D4, our editor's choice. Here's the takeaway. The best fog light isn't always the brightest. It's the safest beam, reliable performance, and real durability. All 5 lights are linked in the description. If this helped, like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you're running. Ride safe, stay visible. See you on the next one.